What up, YouTube? In this video, I want to talk about how you can lose body fat whether you do cardio or not. So right now I am doing a cut for the summer and I've already lost 11 pounds. I went from 16% body fat to this morning I finally hit 11%. And I want to show how I did that and how I made it very easy. So every person has their calorie maintenance, which is if you eat that amount of calories, you will not gain or lose weight. What you need to do is eat below this, and then your body will start burning through the fat on you. The problem is most people never have a calorie deficit day. In fact, they have no idea how many calories they're eating, what their maintenance is, and so forth. So how do I do it? Well, I have some go-to food sources. So for protein, I have chicken, and at Walmart, you can buy shredded chicken by the pound. So I know exactly how much is in this. And then I also get lean ground beef, again, by the pound. And this one's 96% lean. For my fats, I like getting this avocado dip. So the mild guacamole is 90 calories and the spicy is 80. So that's my source for fats. My source for carbs is bagels and rice. So bagels on a deficit day, maybe not. We'll talk about that later. But on my deficit day, for sure, I go with rice, okay? Rice is super easy. If you go with a pouch of rice, this is essentially 2 cups of rice. If you want to go in a bigger deficit, you do the pods, which is half the amount, so it's 1 cup of rice. So this right here is 420 calories. This right here is for 1 pod is 210. And so what I do for lunch is I'll take the chicken, I'll do half a pound of chicken, and I'll do pouch rice. So I got protein and carbs, that's lunch. Now, if I hit a point where midday I am hungry, or even in the morning if I'm hungry, I will go with a cup of coffee. So coffee has caffeine. The caffeine is a diuretic. It deters hunger. So I would suggest midday, if you have any cravings, coffee, and if you have to, a sugar-free energy drink. You can sip that and that will deter your hunger until supper. Also, if you were going to do breakfast, I would recommend a scoop of protein. So if you were to do any kind of breakfast, do a scoop of protein. Protein is very satiating. It also deters hunger as well. But for supper, what that would look like is my ground beef. And on my ground beef, I have different variations, okay? So I could do half a pound of ground beef with the rice. Or if I don't want to do the rice, I could do the whole pound of ground beef. And then if I want to include any healthy fats, I would have one of these. So the way that looks is potentially, this half a pound and this. Or it could be this. Or if you want to skip the rice, you can do potatoes. So you can do a sweet potato, you can do red potatoes. I usually just dice them up, put them in the oven, bake them, and salt them generously. So that's kind of what my deficit day looks like. And here's the thing. So my calorie maintenance is anywhere from 2,700 to 2,900. And I know if I get 5,000 steps, it's going to be around 2,700. If I get close to 10,000 steps, it's 2,900. So if I eat below that, I will lose weight. And so what I thought about was a lot of fitness people want you to be in a slight deficit, and they want your weight loss to be very heavily dependent on your steps, and your steps is what's putting you in a bigger deficit. I'll be honest with you, I don't want to be dependent on steps on whether or not my deficit day was a success, because there's going to be some days where I sit more and I might not get those steps. I want to make sure that this deficit day is bulletproof. And the easiest way to do that is just make sure your calories are low enough, and also make sure it's a meal that you enjoy and something you can stick with. So a lot of times too, at the end of the day, people will say they have cravings and they want a snack, and that's the hardest part. I'm going to offer a reframe on this. When I'm at the end of the day and all I got is this one little meal left, I tell myself, you've made it through the whole day. All the hard work is done. All you have to do now is eat this and go to bed. And when you check the scale in the morning, you will lose weight. But if I go in and I start eating snacks, I will undo all the hard work that I did today. And I don't want to do that. I'm very competitive. So instead of losing maybe 1/4 of a pound of fat, you would snack and then you check the scale and you didn't lose anything. So that whole deficit day was thrown out the window. I rather ensure that when I check that scale tomorrow, that I lost body fat. And the way to do that is just to make sure your calories are low enough. Now, if you do the deficit and you do the steps, then that just is a bonus, okay? So that means your deficit already in calories plus the steps means you're going to have a bigger deficit. So for example, yesterday I did a deficit day and then I got 11,000 steps. So when I checked the scale, I lost way more. So that's like best case scenario. Worst case scenario, I don't walk hardly any, but because my calories were low enough, I still lost weight. So this is the trick. Also, I probably wouldn't recommend doing this too many days in a row. Let's say after 2 or 3 days, 3 days being the most, you can have a day where you do closer to maintenance or right below. And what I've been doing is on workout days, I will do maintenance to a surplus. And the way I do a surplus, only thing I change is I will include a scoop of this. So my meals are pretty much the same. Maybe I'll have for breakfast a bagel and a cup of orange juice. I want more carbs on the day I work out, so I have plenty of energy. And then I'll do a scoop of serious mass gainer. And the mass gainer is like, one scoop is 630 calories. It's basically a whole meal. And then the carbs are really high on this. I know it's like over 100 grams. So what I have found is if on my workout days, I'm in a surplus, I have plenty of energy, I'm still hitting PRs, which means I'm getting stronger. So as I lose body fat, I'm giving the body a reason to hold on to the muscle. If I was going to the gym at a deficit, I guarantee my workouts wouldn't be as good and I probably would start getting weaker. So the healthy balance is on the days you're really active, you can eat closer to maintenance, maybe a slight surplus, but then the days you're not as active, if you're sitting a bunch, that's when I would recommend doing a deficit day. So for example, let's say Sunday is a day you're very lazy. You don't need to eat in maintenance then. You're sitting a lot, that's the perfect day to do a deficit day, in my opinion. Also, if you never have a deficit day, then you're never burning through the body fat that's on you. So a way to think about it is the fat that's on you is the same fat that was on you yesterday and the day before. And usually people don't just gain fat overnight. This is a slow process. So maybe you're just in a slight surplus over several years, 5, 7 years, and now you look up and you're like, I have all this excess body fat. Well, the way to combat this is to start introducing deficit days. These are days dedicated to your body using the fat that's on you for energy. But if you never have one, what happens is it just stays on you. So what I would recommend is find a way to be in a deficit with meals you enjoy and you can stick with, and it's just think about it one day at a time. So when I say I'm going to do a deficit day tomorrow, all I'm thinking about is completing that day and making it a successful deficit day. So that's just eating my go-to meals. And if I get steps, great. But if I don't, I'm still good because I figured out what my maintenance is. Now, if you're wondering, well, how do I know what my calorie maintenance is? You can go online, you can use calculators, but what I would recommend is pick 2 meals, know exactly how many calories that is, weigh yourself the morning of, and then weigh yourself the next day. If you're the same weight, then you're closer to maintenance. If you check the scale and you've gained weight, maybe that was a surplus. And then if you check the scale and you've lost weight, then you know those meals put you in a deficit. And what you can do, if you're consistent enough, if you do, let's say you do a couple deficit days, let's say you do 2 or 3 deficit days in a row. You know how many calories you ate, it's the same each day. You look at how much weight you lost. So 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. If you know, let's say you ate, I'm gonna try to do the math real quick in my head. Let's say you ate 1,500 calories for 3 days. And in those 3 days, you lost a pound. So that's 3,500 calories. 3,500 divided by 3, you're looking at, maybe let's just say it's 1,100 deficit each day. Well, if you're eating 1,500 plus 1,100, that means your maintenance is probably 2,600. So the weight you lost, you just add it to the calories that you ate that day, and that's probably around your maintenance. But you won't know until you try this, right? So what I would recommend is get a protein, get a carb, have that for lunch and just supper, and see what your weight does on the scale. If you saw you lost weight, you're like, great. Now you can kind of master your go-to meals for a deficit day. I hope this video helped you. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.